It was the picture-perfect Utah suburb. Pastel houses, perfect curls, and TikTok feeds bursting with cupcake tutorials. Until one late-night soft swing confession blew the lid off an empire and turned #MomTok into a televised free-for-all that even Disney's lawyers can barely corral. The meteoric rise of the MomTok 7 began innocently enough. What started as a handful of Latter-day Saint influencers sharing wholesome routines morphed into a multi-million follower brand, and then a Hulu reality juggernaut once producers smelled the blend of sugar and scandal. By season 1's launch in September 2024, the women's faces were plastered across streaming apps, airport billboards, and podcast panels. Yet the spotlight that juiced their sponsorships also magnified every whispered slight and off-camera secret. But fame's first real fracture hit on a sticky May 2022 livestream when Taylor Frankie Paul blurted out that several couples in their friend circle were soft swinging, kissing and more with partners outside marriage as long as things stayed PG-13. Overnight, marriages imploded, friendships iced, and tabloids crowed that even the perfect Mormon mothers weren't so squeaky clean. Taylor's bombshell didn't just wreck her vows, it shattered the entire friend hierarchy the show depended on. Things spiraled faster than you can say canceled collab. Taylor's 2023 domestic violence arrest, captured by police body cams, flashed across national headlines. She later called the sobering night a blessing in disguise, citing it as the wake-up call that forced her to rehab her life and relationship with on-again, off-again fiancé Dakota Mortensen. The charges were eventually pled down, but the footage still loops on gossip TikTok channels every few months like a bad rerun. Whitney, once painted the season 1 villain, staged an Instagram glam rebrand as the peacemaker. Meanwhile, Demi and bestie since junior high Jessie forged an alliance that chilled Jen, the group's tell-it-like-it-is truth bomb specialist. Fans sensed power plays backstage, especially when rumors leaked that Demi was negotiating a fatter paycheck at the cost of booting Jessie from the cast. Hulu kept mum, but the whispers were loud enough to trend on Reddit's r/MomTok gossip for weeks. Season 2's crown jewel trip to Tuscany sounded dreamy on paper. Wine tastings, Vespa selfies, and a fancy crossover with Vanderpump Villa. Instead, the excursion detonated friendships in real time. Villa bartender turned reality Romeo Marciano Brunette shamelessly flirted with Demi, then claimed on camera he'd actually hooked up with Jessie, who is, inconveniently, very married. Both women swore nothing truly happened, but Marciano dropped DM screenshots hinting otherwise, and suddenly, the fountains of Rome weren't the only things overflowing. Back home, husbands began firing off cryptic stories and unfollowing castmates faster than viewers could screen record. Jen's spouse Zach publicly accused Demi of legal intimidation, saying she waved a cease and desist to muzzle talk of Marciano. Demi shot back, "Prove it, babe." Nick Viall, yes, that Nick from The Bachelor, was already booked to host the reunion, and producers couldn't have drafted juicier copy. Nick sits center stage, equal parts therapist and executioner. Every mom shows, except Demi. Officially, she's at Disney with family, but fans speculate Hulu comped the trip to guarantee maximum tension and a conspicuous empty chair. The optics work. The moment the camera pans to that seat, Twitter lights up with theories, memes, and slow-motion zoom-ins of Nick's forced grin. Jen comes loaded for bear, producing voice notes where Demi allegedly scripts how she should dodge questions about Italy. The audio crackles through the studio speakers, and the women's mouths drop faster than sponsorship rates. Whitney, temporarily off the hot seat, claps at Nick for not liking her, but he's unfazed, digging into whether Whitney's glee over Demi's downfall is, well, pure. The exchange goes viral within minutes. Jessie's turn in the crosshairs arrives when Marciano's uncensored texts flash across the screen. Flirty oyster jokes, late-night baptized by fire banter, it's all there. Her missing wedding ring isn't helping optics. Ask point blank if she actually crossed the line. Jessie freezes. You'll see in season 3. The cliffhanger answer triggers another online storm as viewers ping-pong between Team Jessie and Justice for Marciano. Taylor, meanwhile, weeps while explaining why she still can't fully trust Dakota after learning he was seeing other women when they first dated. Nick presses, "Yet you were licking each other's necks at Stagecoach?" Taylor admits they're trapped in a loop of blurred boundaries, fueling speculation the on-again couple are milking headlines for relevance. Whisper it quietly, but Instagram engagement spikes every time their relationship status wobbles. levels.
On screen, Demi accuses Taylor of weaponizing her 4.1 million strong follower army to shred reputations. She calls Whitney two-faced and Jen obsessed. The live room erupts. Taylor rolls her eyes, Jesse mutters hypocrite, and Whitney storms off stage for water that is definitely not calming. Yet Demi's absence ensures she can't be cross-examined, leaving everyone stewing in half-answers. The last 10 reunion minutes are pure franchise gold. Jen plays an audio clip where Demi strategizes how Jen should pivot if pressed on the Italy nightlife. Instantly, the conversation swerves from "Did you cheat?" to "Are you manipulating the narrative?" Viewers simultaneously gasp and refresh Hulu's comments section, hunting for Easter egg clues in Demi's wording. Then, bam, the season 3 sizzle reel crashes onto the jumbo screen. Lie detector needles, teary confessions, a furious Taylor yelling at her mother for always siding with Dakota, and Demi hinting she'll launch a rival MomTok 2.0 collective if Hulu cuts her checks. For LDS faithful, a bigger bomb drops. Rumors swirl that a Utah bishop may file defamation claims, claiming the show tarnishes an entire faith. Some church voices are already calling the series exploitative and offensive to temple covenants, while op-eds beg Hulu to include an LDS leader's voice next season for balance. Outside television, the backlash is intense. Deseret-run columns insist the cast does not represent me or millions of faithful Mormon women, while Reddit threads argue the show exaggerates patriarchal stereotypes for clicks. Yet, for every critical essay, 2 curiosity-driven viewers hit play, proving the age-old rule, outrage sells.
Jesse's salon loses half its bridal bookings the week the reunion airs. Brides fear appearing in background B-roll. Demi's influencer merch line sees a 40% spike, proof that villains move inventory. Taylor's postpartum mental health vlogs skyrocket in views, attracting sponsors outside the squeaky clean niche she once occupied. And Whitney? She quietly signs paperwork for her own spin-off, tentatively titled The Clean Slate. If Disney greenlights, the MomTok economy may splinter into rival factions, each wielding ring lights like swords. As summer 2025 unfolds, legal deadlines loom. Rumor has it that Marciano, tired of being painted as a clout chaser, is exploring defamation litigation unless Hulu releases unedited tapes. Meanwhile, producers tease a faith crisis arc. Layla meeting with church elders, cameras rolling, to discuss whether fame can coexist with modest covenants. Insiders whisper that at least one wife is considering baptizing her newborn on camera, a move sure to ignite theological firestorms. Within the LDS community, younger viewers relish the unfiltered peek behind temple doors. Older members bristle at every wineglass and off-colored joke. Scholars warn the series could shape public perception of Mormonism more than any official outreach does. Yet the women insist they're still Mormon, whether you like it or not, arguing authenticity trumps sanitized PR. Hulu's parent Disney walks a razor's edge. Controversy drives viewership, but too spicy and the mouse gets nervous. Corporate insiders leaked that season 3 notes include phrases like tone balance faith and respect sacred symbols, yet the trailer shows swear bleep montages and baptism jokes. Advertisers, of course, are lining up. Drama pays dividends even when viewers press mute at family dinner. Friendships dangle by a thread. Marriages hover in therapy. NDAs grow thicker than scrapbooks. Lawsuits lurk like Utah thunderstorms, waiting to roll in and drench everyone at once. And still, every time the women post a TikTok dance or newborn photo, comment sections explode with, "When's season 3? Human curiosity is undefeated. The brutal truth? Whether you cheer their chaos or condemn it, the MomTok wives have rewritten the influencer rulebook. Vulnerability weaponized, faith scrutinized, drama serialized, and reputations monetized. Each scandal resets the scoreboard, each apology racks up views, and each private text eventually lands on screen. So, when the dust finally settles, if it ever does, whose version of events will history believe? The one edited for Hulu, the Reddit deep dives, the LDS press releases, or the raw TikTok clips standing unfiltered in the algorithm's glare? As season 3 barrels toward us with lie detectors humming and lawyers circling, one thing is certain: the secret lives of these Mormon wives won't stay secret for long.